All right, are we live? Yes. Okay. Hello, welcome to All on the Table. I'm Goober. Um, I use they them pronouns. I'm one of the lead designers of Everyday Heroes. And today we're going to be playing Everyday Heroes Ego Plot number one, um, which is called Seeking Redemption. The Ego program is our organized play program that allows you to sort of have your consistent character across multiple games. You can join in and different tables across the world and keep all your stuff. Um, we have a website called Dispatch that allows you to track your character and get credit for everything. Um, you can also earn rep points by making purchases in your local hobby store, which can be used in ego games for bonuses. And today, if you subscribe to All on the Table, you'll get a rep point that can be used in your next online ego game, which is currently a limited offer as online games don't have any other ways of proving purchases like your friendly local game stores do. Um, so today, your players are go ahead and introduce yourselves.
So I'm Qui Gandalf. Uh, go by Qui Gandalf, he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Ray Drummond, a 27-year-old activist, technophile scientist who is out to make sure that the big bad megacorps don't override the little guy.
I'm Edward, also known as Cayman on the internet. I am playing, funny enough, Cayman Gerald Smith, who is an engineer who is trying to build robotic dogs for families in need or families in high-risk areas to make them cheap enough so that they can have a home protector to keep them safe.
I
All
am
right, Dan.
Breezy. I play and control the character of Dragonov Sokolova. My character enforces the law. That is all.
Nice. All right, so today we're playing this first plot, seeking redemption, um, and a little bit of background for what this world is, and what you're doing here. So you are looking to join the organization called Redemption. Redemption is a secret organization operating worldwide. Um, they tend to sort of step in when governments can't handle problems, or they feel ethically obligated to stand against governments. Um, the organization is pretty new, but they've got some great funding and are recruiting. You have all received a private invitation um, to a local nacho house um, for a retirement party. Um, you all know that this invitation means that you are being invited to try out for redemption. This is a secret code. You've heard on the grapevine that you've been selected. Um, so you know this is something you got to go to, and you're all eager to join the ranks. Nacho House is a Tex-Mex and German fusion chain that has started to spring up all across the world in the last few months, um, as is appropriate for a location that is connected to this new organization. Um, yeah, so each of you sort of arrive at this place one at a time, um, where they ask to see your invitation. Um, and upon giving them your invitation, they send you to a back room, um, where the rest of the team, and uh, a man in a hat is waiting for you. I will show him here. Um, can you all see this guy?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. Um, yeah. So yeah, as you sit down, he greets you, tips his hat, um, and invites you to introduce yourselves to each other.
Uh, Hello, everyone. My name's Cayman. This here's P3 as I point to my very articulate robotic dog that's sitting like a good boy right next to my seat. Um, I hope that we can get through this all together and see where things go.
So Ray is really interested in Cayman's dog. Like he's got a mechanics background. He kind of looks over, checks it out a little bit, and be where, man, where'd you pick that up? I haven't seen one of those out on the market.
This is my prototype. I built it from scratch.
No kidding. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, I'd love to check it out one of these days. Anyway, my name's Ray, Ray Drummond. I'm just. Oh, he kind of gets distracted a little bit, looking around. That's interesting. Do you hear the sound in here? Sounds kind of interesting. Oh, anyway. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Ray. My name's Ray, and I I secure things. I secure things, and to make sure they stay that way when people are snooping around on the internet. Yeah, I can also make things. I can also take out ant hills with blasting caps. I learned about that on the online too. So yeah, anything you need, yeah, we can figure that out. And so he kind of twiddles around with some sort of like scientific materials in his fingers. He's got plays with these little beads of paintball kinds of things that he kind of squishes and squeezes as he kind of keeps his distractibility in check.
So before we get to the next introduction, um, I want to have each of you make a roll for me. You can do either intelligence security or wisdom perception. This will be a good test of our dice here. Make sure we can all roll some stuff, and maybe you'll learn something. Okay. So 18, 19, and 20. Um, you're all quite aware. So as Ray is talking about, like, the talking about the sound, um, you can all notice that this place seems to be soundproofed. Um, so this clearly isn't just sort of a normal back room of a normal. Well, this isn't really a normal restaurant, anyways, being a Tex-Mex German fusion. But theoretically, otherwise, it's pretty normal.
Interesting.
Um, and what does Dragunov say?
He's mainly just standing there. He will introduce himself.
All right,
It's a good
so
day, yes.
sort of the quiet type.
I am Dragunov Sokolova, anti-terrorist. Good to meet you.
Good to
Um,
meet you too.
all right.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
The man in the hat passes out menus to each of you and says, let's make sure we get our fill before we get down to business, right? No sense working on an empty stomach." As if on cue, a waiter comes in directly from the kitchen to take everyone's orders. The man orders the house specialty, the world's worst fajitas, worst spelled with a U, with caramelized sauerkraut and a sweet tea. After giving each of you a chance to place your order, the waiter hands him a small stack of takeout menus, then ducks into the kitchen. A little grin forms beneath the man's mustache as he tucks them into a pocket and begins to speak. "So, my name is Walt DeWalt, and I'll be your primary handler for redemption assignments. But I'm not your only handler. Any Nacho House manager can call on you to give you tasks too." He leans back and raps a knuckle on the wall behind his seat. "Now, in case you couldn't tell coming in, it's soundproof back here. Each of these restaurants is owned by our organization, and everyone who works here knows something about us. Y'all will learn how to order off menu to ID yourselves as agents, and how to pick up on other codes and stuff as time goes on. But first, I want to know more about y'all. Tell me, what do you want out of life? What's your primary goal?"
My primary goal is to help families be able to protect themselves and their homes. That's what P3's all about.
Fantastic. And you, he gestures to Dragonov.
We protect the civilians by nipping the enemies at the bud. It is best way about it. Yes.
He nods
All
along,
right,
and
that
then
seems pretty intense. Yeah, so I guess my main thing is just trying to make sure that everybody's personal information is kept secure, um, and trying to make sure that the stuff stays safe where it's supposed to be, right? And that those megacorps aren't taking all of our stuff. That's my thing.
all right, yeah, he sort of nods along thoughtfully. Um, and then he says, he gives you a brief rundown of kind of what I've already told you about redemption. Um, but he also explains to you that redemption attracts all kinds of people, and they're all about helping people achieve their own goals in exchange for being everyday heroes. Um, so whatever your life goals are, they wanna help you get there. Um, if that's just helping people, then they're already you're already in the right place. Um, but wherever you want to go with your career, whatever you're looking to invent, um, whatever enemies you're looking to take down, they want to help you achieve that. So long as you want to help them achieve, generally helping the world and making it a better place. Um,
So where's the retiree? I thought this was a retirement party.
uh,
Maybe it's him. Maybe it's Walt.
Oh,
he like looks at his watch and says, now that's a real good question, actually. I'm not so sure. I might need to make a phone call. Hang on. Um, and yeah, he leaves the room for a minute and comes back and says, she's held up right now, so let's uh let's move things along. So after a pleasant lunch, Walt pays for your meal with his company card. Um, and brings you to his suburban style SUV outside. Um, on the way out, he points out some lockers, self storage lockers, uh, towards the back, where agents can keep their extra gear, things that maybe they don't want to walk around with, but that they'll need for missions. Um, and then he says you're headed off to a training location to show what you can do. Um, and you see he takes special note of looking behind you, kind of checking to see if you're being followed before hopping in his car, and gesturing for you all to follow, uh, or rather,
Um,
hop in the back.
I hop in the
So we
backpack
just
with
leave our
the
cars here then?
Yeah, he says, "Oh yeah, I'll bring you back here right after."
Oh yeah, okay, sure, sure.
Very well.
Better for the environment.
Uh, uh, yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
Ray will climb into the back driver's side seat, I guess,
All right.
and kind of check out the rig and see what kinds of systems it has on board. Anything different, and he'll just make himself comfortable.
All right. Yeah, so you can tell like this is a not a typical just civilian vehicle. It looks like it probably has like bulletproofing on the windows and that kind of thing. It doesn't look to you like a sci-fi future car or whatever. It doesn't look like it has a red button that's going to turn it into a spaceship or something, but it's certainly well protected.
we could fix the red button and turn this into a flying ship. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
All
like
right.
your
So
imagination.
um yeah, so as you head to this next location, um Walt explains that everything you do today is part of your field trials. So try to prove yourselves, um, and we'll see if you got what it takes to be part of redemption. For my part, I believe in you. I've seen all your files. There's a reason you're all here today. But we got to just make sure. And after a little bit, pulls into a military operations in urban terrain training site, which is basically a set of like little buildings set up to be different like uh, training courses and stuff. Um, nobody actually lives in these things, and all the furniture is old and can totally be shot up and replaced. Um, and when you hop out of the car, a woman approaches you, who Walt says, "This is Shaniqua Diaz, our quartermaster." Um, and she comes up to you, says, "Oh, you can call me Shu. Uh, I gotta check your gear for now. Um, we'll be providing everything you need for this next test. And I'll get everything back to you in tip top shape. Plus, I got to make sure I know what sorts of equipment you're going to need in the future. Make sure I can duplicate anything that you need more of. Get you the ammo you need. Um, any extra tools, that kind of thing.
Okay. I hand her a set of gloves that looks like it has electrodes on it, and
Nice.
I hand her my stun gun.
Okay.
Nice. So Ray will unzip his hoodie and kind of take out his concealed carry pistol he carries in there and hands that over. Um, Starts to kind of has a rucksack he carries around as well with just lots of various things in it. It's got a couple water bottles on the side, look like they've been beat up, and um, various kinds of things kind of hanging off of it and on the back. And he just kind of slips that off and says, "Yeah, everything I pretty much got's right here. Um, I'll get it all back, right?"
Of course, of course.
Oh, all right. So yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, they Walt's just
Dragunov.
real picky about what people bring into the training area. And she like flashes a
Hmm.
smile at him, and he kind of rolls his eyes. They clearly are having fun. Um, is Dragonov gonna give her anything?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I remove my pistol from holster, detach magazine, clear chamber. I set it down on table, and also the shield. And my taser. That will be all.
All right. And your shield is a like a riot shield.
Riot shield, yes.
Cool.
Bullet resistant up to pistol
Yeah,
caliber.
she seems impressed by this. Uh, probably most people don't carry that around. All right. She grabs that all and heads off. Um, and Walt says, "All right, each of you, I want you to show me what you're really good at. Um, you can we can provide you training gear, um, appropriate locations, any kind of obstacle course, or perhaps some people you want to show me how you can talk to. Anything at all. Whatever you think is your most impressive trait.
Well,
Who wants to go first?
Hmm.
I mean,
He
I
kind of
guess
looks
I
around to
can.
Dragonov and Cayman like, you gotta go?
Sure. I just need a computer.
All right. Um, he he heads over to where Shu went. Comes back with a fancy looking laptop.
Okay. And what would you like me to, oh, I know. And I just start trying to either probably break into the computer first because he probably didn't open it.
Yeah, he just hands you a closed laptop.
Nat
Ah,
20, it would seem.
uh, okay. Yeah. So
Our luck has been
you like
Hey,
decided.
open up the
nothing like setting the bar high.
you open up the computer and like immediately like probably open up like the BIOS or whatever and get complete access to everything in it. Um, you're on the Wi-Fi instantly. Um, and I don't know what other like impressive thing do you add to that?
He's a ghost in the
Um,
machine.
I then uh, quickly program um, some sort of facial recognition software into it to
Okay. And then you're gonna like point that at someone and have it ID them.
yeah, I'll have it ID Walt actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you probably like get access to like a facial recognition thing that people don't know exist. Um, it's might be a little bit long to program a whole new one, but but you get it working on a random laptop in minutes. Point it at Walt, and it brings up an ID for him. And yeah, it's just like you shows his like picture of his driver's license. You have his social security number or whatever. And yeah, he takes a look at that, like sort of nods, like he's contemplating, um, and then says, "I love that. That's great. Of course, those aren't my real documents, but if they were."
Well, I mean, you work for Redemption, you must have fake credentials. So,
Um, yeah, and he then calls out to Shu, like, "Hey, Shu, give me a new set of fake credentials, huh? These ones are too easy to crack."
and then I
Um,
close the computer and hand it back to him.
okay. Who's next?
I'll go
Might
next.
as well let the other one go.
All right.
All right, so Ray will step up and kind of look around the place. Like, what kind of place are we in?
So basically you're in uh like there's like five or six small buildings of sort of different size and shape. Um there's a few vehicles around, um some like sandbags clearly set up for like cover. There's a target range, some like dummies around, um, a lot of sort of junk piled up. The sort of place where you could run around doing a live fire demonstration and not shoot anyone.
All right. So kind of, I don't know. He says, so I'm gonna need so he can like provide us with what we need to kind of do our thing. Is that what he said?
Yeah. Like if you wanted to show off how
Because we
cool you
gave up
are
all
at
of our stuff.
driving, you would get you a car. Computers, you get a computer. You want to show how good you are at lying, he'll get you someone to talk to.
All right. He says, so he says, I need a big can, a WD-40, some duct tape, screwdriver. I need an old that computer there. I need the capacitors out of its motherboard, and and uh, and like half a dozen other random bits of junk that he kind of just describes really quickly off the top of his head that you
All right.
can salvage from, I don't know, a shop.
Yeah. So while it goes and it comes back with like a toolbox with some extra stuff he's thrown in there at your request, and hands it over. And he has
Okay, so he quickly like
left your
rummages
computer for
around,
you.
pulls this out, gets some wires, starts wrapping them around, building up a little electro capacitor, throwing stuff around, and then he starts fueling that up, and then he's going to look around for one of the dummies, the target dummies, and he's going to just hurl this sort of like improvised grenade um, over there. So I'm guessing these are skill checks plus like attacks too, right? Or what are we doing here?
Yeah, so you can make any appropriate ability check or attack roll.
All
I
right.
think in
Well,
this case you're
he's
pretty
gonna
much
use
showing
his
off how well you can like improvise a thing. So I think probably an ability check here would make most sense.
okay. So he's improvising a
Well, your audio is cutting a little bit. Try that again.
He's through an attack. Dangerous is
I got the word attack.
online. Go back to the attack.
All right, it sounded like the audio was getting better. Say again. You there?
Yeah.
Can you leave and rejoin? I believe something's wrong.
Yeah, I think
Is something wrong?
rejoin the audio.
Never
Now
mind
it's
that.
working better.
I think it fixed itself.
Am I back? Hello?
Hello. Yep, you're back.
Welcome back.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. I'm
Yes.
back.
Can you hear us?
Okay. I can hear you guys just fine. Can you hear
Cool.
me
Yeah,
okay now?
we can hear you
Loud
now.
and clear.
Okay, that was weird. I must have Ray must have taken the audio out of the motherboard
Yeah.
for
You pulled the capacitors
game
out
here.
of the laptop, and suddenly the audio gets all weird.
So that's so I over on found a roll a 10 for my attack roll with my
Okay. Yeah. So you put together this.
dangerous stuff. Throwing electricity or
All right. So it like an electric attack.
basically, yeah, it's just his dangerous stuff attack that he can use random bits of scientific equipment or whatever or chemicals to make it
Yeah.
attack. And since he's kind of a technophile, he kind of defaults to the electricity damage.
All right. Yeah. So you throw a little like electric bomb, basically. You miss the dummy.
The sparks fly.
But it does.
Yeah.
It lands nearby, and you see, it sort of bursts in a series of electrical flashes. And Walt takes, watches you do this in record speed and nods and says, that's a neat trick. We'll have to work on your throwing arm, but you got this science down for sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Um,
I never got a
all right,
chance to play Little League.
And Dragunov, what are you showing off?
Well, I have nothing special. I don't have any special powers, but I am specialist in breaching clear. Yes.
All
I will
right.
need a weapon.
All right, they'll get you the weapon of your choice.
I can function just fine with pump-action shotguns, pistols, SMGs, whatever you may have.
All right, they'll get you a shotgun. That seems appropriate for the situation. All right, and so like breach and clear, like you're like kicking down the door, clearing the room. That sort of
In
thing.
a sense, yes. Yes.
Okay.
We
So
go
yeah,
in, we
I think for
neutralize
this,
threat, we lock doors. We keep them in there, we keep them scared.
wait, so are you not breaking down a door?
In some cases, we do that, yes. I can demonstrate.
Yeah. Please do.
No, I don't believe these have breaching rounds in them, but we can just kick them down, I believe. The old school way.
All right. Yeah. So for this, you can either do an athletics check, strength athletics, or a ranged attack.
Wait,
Whichever
so
you're better at.
we do have breaching rounds. Oh well, let's just do this. I was not expecting this. This will do.
All right. Yeah. So you kick in a door and expertly um like there some targets pop up as after you kick down the door, and you shoot each of the ones that's like pointing a gun at you, and not the one that's like a cowering hostage or whatever. Um, and do it
Do I need to roll for this?
professionally and expertly.
Should
And
I roll
uh,
for
and
this?
Walt nods in approval at that as well.
I see.
Um, all right. Uh, yeah. So and as you're doing this, there's some other agents kind of a little bit away from you who are like taking notes, and um you figure they're probably recording some of this. um and yeah, so you gather up after your demonstrations, and Walt says, fine display back there, y'all. But working for Redemption is more than just showing off on your own. You've got to be able to work together with all kinds of people. You might get called to work with the same folks for a few missions in a row, or a totally new group of everyday heroes each time. Look at yourselves. Most of you just met for the first time this afternoon. Do you all think that you could plan and execute a job right now? I say, let's find out.
Sure. I think we can do it.
I like the way you think.
All right, he leads you
Around
sort of
nods.
across this little compound to another building. Um, and says, you're gonna need to deal with a problem on the fly here. Um, the goal of this op is you're gonna need to reconstruct destroyed evidence at a crime scene. He gestures to a building that's sort of made to look like looks like only a few rooms of like a house. Um, like the front few rooms, with stairs going up to like a tiny hallway with like one room up there.
Hmm.
Um, all right, and then one sec. So this adventure is replayable, which means that there are some different options depending on what's going on. Um, so bear with me as I construct from notes I have taken on your behavior.
Okay.
Uh,
DM buffer time.
yeah. Um,
Yes.
DM loading. DM loading. Boop, 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 boop.
My hot chocolate's
yeah.
falling. Who
So
done enough?
yeah. So he points you at this building, and you note that there are a bunch of people, sort of all around, um, and as you approach, they sort of spring to life. They were sort of just waiting around for you to come over here. One of them is a police officer. The rest look like a family, um, who might live in a house like this. And they are all the family are all like panicking and like shouting at this officer. And she doesn't seem to know what to do here.
Well, looks like we need to calm the family first. So,
All right. I guess we'll just go over together, figure this out, and get some information about what's happening here. Huh? So our goal is to
yeah,
figure to reconstruct. You said what happened here.
Yeah. So your goal is there's a crime scene inside, but some of the evidence has been destroyed. So it is
Okay.
your job to reconstruct what's happened here.
Yeah,
But
maybe we talk with
outside
these
there
people
are.
first to see how they're involved.
All
There
right.
might be some
So you wanna.
surveillance footage around the house that I could tap into, or cell phone coverage that they might have had. Who knows? Maybe their Alexa recorded it, and I can go back and recover it from Google.
Uh.
It listens to everything.
Yeah. All right.
that's probably
Yeah. So uh, before you can get inside, though, there are these shouting people out front.
Right. Right. All right.
uh,
Druganov, do you think you can calm them down? I'm not the greatest with people.
me either.
Maybe they like your
P3.
dog.
All right. Well,
I am
so
not expert on negotiation, but I
whatever
can
you
speak to the
do
officer.
is going to be a group check. So each of you
Ah,
will roll something that you think is going to help. Charisma persuasion to calm people down is pretty simple, but if you have another idea of how you want to
Yeah,
approach the
I think
situation.
we should probably try to. I'll try to persuade them to calm down somehow. Probably go up and go, whoa, 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 folks. We're here to help. Just take it easy.
All
Tell
right.
me
so,
one at a time what's going on. Not everybody talking at once.
Okay.
so
And
while
what
Cayman's
what did
doing
the other
that,
two of
can I
you?
maybe back him up with my like knowledge of security systems and sort of like no babble them a little bit into saying like we're on this, we got this, it's going to be okay, we're going to figure this out. Use my
Yeah.
security
Yeah.
role.
Why don't you roll a intelligence security then to go
Awesome.
along with that charisma persuasion? And how about Dragonov?
I will speak with the officer and assist him in calming the people, I suppose.
All right. So
I
also, I
will
think
display
charisma
my
persuasion.
badge, my designation. I will essentially introduce myself, make myself known that I am also police, just a different kind.
Okay. Uh.
So I done rolled a 12.
Okay. Um. Ooh. Um. Yeah. So Cayman is giving it like, hey, let's calm down now. People are responding pretty well to that, but then you're getting real technical about the security systems, and they're like, we don't care what the
Seriously.
wiring is. Um, the this our house was robbed. Um, and we've lost everything, and like your security system didn't help at all, and uh, so let's get a roll from Dragonov.
What am I rolling?
Charisma persuasion, since you're trying to kind of help the cop uh calm people down.
Yes, yes. Ah, -1, my beloved.
Mm.
Good though. Um,
Oh, nice roll though. Better than my one.
Ooh,
It could
that
have gone
one.
worse.
Ouch.
uh, okay. Yeah. So as this is a group check, at least half of you need to pass, and 2 out of the 3 of you did pass. So despite the
Sorry, guys.
technobabble definitely not helping, the other 2 managed to be like,
Right.
hey, calm down, we got this, it's fine. We're the authorities here. This fine police officer is also trying to help you. That kind of stuff. And the family calms down enough and kind of gets out of your way so you can check out what's going on inside. So yeah, inside there's definitely like some signs of a robbery. But it looks like the like security alarms and stuff were disabled. And a lot of stuff is pretty well busted up. So how would you like to reconstruct this this crime scene?
Um, no, correct me if I'm wrong. Could I use like mechanics to try to rebuild the security system?
Yeah, so just fixing it probably wouldn't help too much, because like
Yeah, that's true.
what you need is like, when and how did they disable it. But you could certainly learn that, I think, from mechanics or security. Like looking into the uh wiring and stuff, see, like, oh, this was definitely, clipped with this kind of wire cutter, and um it looks like it was down for this much time, and that kind of stuff. So I think that would help.
I think
Okay.
that's what Ray would focus on. I mean, he's got expertise in security, and when he doesn't roll a 1,
Yeah.
he's pretty good at it. I guess not talking to people. He needs this is more. He needs to just get in there and get his hands on it. Maybe he could help out with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, look,
So
I'm busy. I can't explain it all to you right now. I got it though.
so I'm gonna do another nat 20. So,
Our luck is turning around.
All right. Uh
Seriously. All right. As though I'll watch what happens when I roll.
not too
pretty
bad.
good. And how about Dragonov?
Let me get security.
I will likely attempt to roll investigation.
Okay. Yeah, so you just want to sort of basically piece together what you can from kind of the remains of the crime scene, even though
I want to at
some
least take
evidence
count
looks
of
like
the
it has been
environment. Yes,
smashed up. All right,
yes.
go ahead.
It is good to take count. Good to take inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
All right. Yeah,
very
well,
polarizing results.
for this one, yeah, I mean, you're looking around. You certainly discover something important, which is that you don't think there's anything to discover. Um, there's a lot of sort of broken stuff. Um, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to get any like fingerprints or footprints or um, stray hairs or anything out of this sort of smashed up room.
Unfortunately, I
But
did not train in forensics.
but the tech team, looking at the machinery and reviewing the like the logs that were not actually sent to a security company, but when
That
you
would have
when you
been.
look into it, they were sent
Right.
to you know
Tap into
fake
the buffer.
redemption security co. And you can piece together sort of the timeline. Um, and probably from that, be able to check. You'd be able to check like security cameras that would have been active, like traffic cameras and stuff in the area, so you can see like who was around the neighborhood at the time.
The neighbor's house across the street. Check their door cam.
Yeah. So, and in doing so, you do find you have access now to um, some recordings that don't look terribly convincing as super real recordings, but they're clearly recordings of this area some night. Um, that show you like a car pulling up, and someone in like a classic like ski mask with like a crowbar getting out, and heading towards the house. And you can clearly see the license plate of this car. And with your new information in hand, um, you step out of this building, um, and the cop points over at a vehicle, um, which had definitely been sitting there since you got here. But it's definitely that same vehicle with the same license plate. Um, and you see this person with a ski mask like getting in the vehicle, and begin driving away. And the police officer says, "Quick, he's getting away!" Um,
Yeah.
there is
Yes.
uh, there is a police car, um, probably like an old decommissioned one that's been fixed up, uh, sitting right nearby, and she is holding her keys out to you.
Of course. All right. Who's the driver?
All right, who is best driver here?
Me.
I'm not the greatest, but I'm not the worst either.
All right,
That might be
fine. I
your
will
best.
take wheel.
All right,
I
Dragon,
agree. Let's go.
you're driving.
I'll climb in next.
Whoop, you're cutting out a little again.
Who, me?
Yeah, I think you're okay now.
Okay. Catching up.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dragonov is driving.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I suppose
Ray's
so.
in the passenger seat.
All right. And what do Ray and Cayman want to do to try and help out? You could probably do like
Are we doing a
survival or
chase? Is this an actual
streetwise.
chase, or is this just skill
No, this is
checks?
going to be one more check. So,
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, social sciences, like trying to figure
yeah,
out maybe where and how the perp would try to escape from this situation.
yeah, like like maybe there's like a bridge nearby that would be sort of a choke point. Like that kind of a thing. Like probably where they'd be headed if they wanted to try and get away, going in that direction. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, so that's gonna be my
All right.
check.
Hmm.
And then
Uh,
The car
for
vehicle?
hmm?
Is his car a newer vehicle? Newer than like a modern, like current vehicle, or is it
No,
old
not
as
really.
well?
It's definitely more of like an old sort of classic car, but
Ah,
pretty beat up.
okay.
it's an old
I was gonna
beater.
hack his OnStar. They could turn off the engine.
Most likely doesn't have something like that.
All right,
Um,
fair enough. Um, let's see. What can we do to help?
Let's see.
The police
I
car
have an idea.
does have a like computer in it.
Like, right? You do
Actually,
like
I
a
do have
mechanics
questions.
check to try to like anticipate what type of car this is and see how what vulnerabilities or limitations maybe it has in trying to catch up to it.
Sure, yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Go ahead and
Okay,
make your
so,
rolls.
hey, Dragonov, that car can't make a turn at that speed. Try to cut it off over there.
That's all. Honestly speaking, the main thing I'm considering right now is see if there are any sirens that can still be turned on, and possibly radio in for the other police forces to know about this car we're chasing.
All right. Well, you're driving, so someone's gonna need to roll dexterity vehicles.
Yes,
And I think that's got to be you here.
Yep,
yes,
you're the
yes.
driver. That's all you.
Jesus does not
We
have the
don't want
wheels this time.
we don't want to crash.
Well, we're doing the turn. Am I rolling now?
Yeah.
Yes. Am I? What am I rolling here?
Vehicles.
Dexterity vehicles.
Dexterity vehicles. I don't believe I have the vehicle on my sheet.
It's all the way at the bottom of the
Yeah, it's just. I think you are you proficient?
I am proficient in vehicles. Yes.
Yeah. So I think you should have a
+4
+4 on
bonus.
that.
I do have +4 bonus. Yes. Oh,
Good.
so I just roll vehicles. I see. I
Yeah.
see. Here she be. Not great.
All right. Not the best driving, but certainly not the worst. Pretty average. And with the extra knowledge of like, all right, we're gonna he's definitely gonna go that way, so we're gonna take this shortcut, and like like the car's gonna have trouble on this stretch of road, so we can take advantage of that and get up close uh during that moment. You manage to cut off the vehicle, sort of pull in front of it, and it comes screeching to a halt. And
Brake check.
this guy in a ski mask steps out of the car and like hands up, pulls his mask off, um, and says, "Ah, you got me." Um, and momentarily, Walt comes pulling up in his SUV, and hops out and gives you a slow clap. Now that was well done.
thank you.
Um,
Thank you. I
hey,
guess.
follow me back over there real quick, and I got some cool stuff for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Sure.
Would not have been possible if not for the
So,
Smarties.
yeah.
Yeah. So he says like that definitely demonstrated some real teamwork there. Um, as I said, um, we need people who can really work together to get the job done, not just do it on their own. We succeed together. Um, and that's it's looking good for getting you field agent status. Um, and back at the little compound, um, there you see on a table have outside have been arrayed various like sets of tools and things, as well as as well as your equipment that you had checked before.
Oh,
And he says, "So we're always working on the latest stuff. Um, and these are some cool compact tools we've been developing. Go ahead and pick one. And so each of you gets to have a specialized kit. So those are if you have the core rulebook, it's page 136. Has a list of all of them. If not, I can sort of list them real quick. Um,
Specialized kit, huh?
yeah. And you can pick one of those besides soldier or police cruiser. Um, that has its bulk reduced by one. Um, so
Oh,
burglar, camping, chemistry, climber, demolition, disguise, electrician, evidence, first aid, forgery, hacking, mechanics, normal police, surveillance, survival, or welder.
I think because I need to constantly work on P3, I will pick the mechanics kit.
All right. Yeah, so that'll have a bulk of 3 instead of 4. A little bit, easier to carry around.
Let's see.
yeah. I mean,
Specialized kit.
I have the chemistry kit already, but I think having the bulk reduction could be nice. So I'll take the chemistry kit.
Yeah. Yeah, so that bulk 2 instead of 3 chemistry kit. Nice compact Bunsen burner and whatnot.
You say kits and not packs, yes?
Yeah.
Let's see, kits. There's quite a few of these. My.
Yeah, there are. Kind of hard to choose.
To be completely honest, I don't quite need any of these, but
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff that could be useful for, bringing on missions, helping the team. Um,
yes, absolutely.
Survival kit's not too bad.
yeah, a bulk 0
Yeah.
Just as
survival
a
kit.
general thing for a
Yeah,
tough
I mean,
guy.
yeah, you've got access. Basically, your Swiss Army knife now also does a bunch of extra stuff.
Let's see. Having the first aid kit might be the most useful thing I can bring to the
Ooh,
team.
yeah. First aid kit is also
Being
very nice.
having the higher
Yeah, always
survivability means you
useful.
get to live long enough to help everyone else.
Cool. All right, so yeah, you can get that as bulk 1 instead of bulk 2.
Yeah.
Given his performance on our investigation task, you might choose the evidence kit. It might help you out next time.
Yes.
Well, he did a great job at looking for evidence. There just wasn't any.
We'll take that.
Yeah. The dice don't necessarily represent how well you're doing. They just represent how, the outcome.
One could argue it is, in fact, a skill check.
He's
But
trying to
either
give you the
Feel
way,
like
benefit
you
of the
um,
doubt.
I am mainly a combat character. I will pick things that help the team in combat mainly, and things that help them outside. First aid will be
Sounds
good.
good.
I feel like we will get shot a lot.
All right,
I
so
hope
yeah,
not.
Eventually.
you get your kits. And Walt says, "All right, so for your final test today." And suddenly his phone rings, and he says, well, hang on one sec." Um, and after a minute or two, he looks concerned. Then reassures the person on the other end, "Don't worry, I'll head back to the office and see what I could do. In the meantime, I'm going to send our newest class of recruits to meet you, lend you a hand in person. I'm sure they'll be able to help out." Walt gives you a wink and a thumbs up as the call concludes, and motions you to follow him back to his SUV. That was
I
one
grab
of
my
our older agents. She's the one retiring today. She's at the bank trying to finalize the financials for retirement, but something's gone screwy with the paperwork, and the bank is giving them a hard time. Redemption takes care of its own. While I hop on the phone and see what I can do from here, I'd like you to head over to 6th Century Savings and Loan and show her some support in person. A friendly face or three can't hurt things, right?
no.
He tosses you the keys to his SUV. Just give me a call if anything goes wrong over there. We'll handle your final field test afterwards. With a loving pat on the side of his vehicle, Walt sees you off.
Okay.
All right. I guess
As we,
Dragonov, you're driving away.
yeah,
Where's for me?
I second that. I
How
start
far away is
looking
this
at.
bank?
Um,
Sorry, Cayman.
you can
Didn't mean to interrupt.
yeah, so you can like Google Maps it basically. Um,
Uh-huh.
just see how far it is. And it looks like it's probably going to be like about a 30-minute drive with some traffic.
30 minutes. Okay. So on the way there, I'm gonna hop on my my laptop because I got my
Yeah.
backpack back, right? Okay, so I'm
Yes.
gonna hop
Yeah,
on
you
my
got all your
laptop
stuff.
and I'm gonna start like I don't know, starting preliminarily gathering information from on this bank.
Okay.
Like if I'm not averse to I'm not gonna just outright, you know, forge something, but I could, maybe grease some bureaucratic wheels on making certain boxes are checked or things of that sort.
All right. Why don't you give me
Pre-approval stamp. There we go.
roll computers or security?
Computers. It is. I got expertise in both.
Well, then they're probably the same.
As Ray's doing that, I'm just
Oh,
going over and checking my gloves and the stun gun because I have trust issues.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you roll perception? And meanwhile, on the computer, there's not much you can do from here. You can get a little bit of info about the bank and stuff, but you're probably gonna need to talk to somebody to get anything done. And
Fair
Cayman,
enough.
everything seems functional.
Well, at least they didn't
You
mess up
can
the
you can
gloves.
tell that it's been activated since you touched it last. Somebody definitely was checking it over, testing it, making sure it was working, that kind of stuff. But looks normal.
Okay. Okay.
By the way, are we driving my vehicle or
No, we're
You're taking
driving
the
Walt's
SUV.
vehicle.
we're in that SUV? Yes, yes, I see.
Yeah, because you didn't bring yours to
Yes,
this
we never
area.
returned to the place. Yes.
Yeah. Um. All right. I'm bringing you over to the bank.
The bonk.
The bank. The money.
Can everybody see it?
No.
No token.
Not yet.
All right. Hang on. Let me make sure it is seeable.
I think the lights are off.
All right. That should do it.
Who turned the lights off?
Ah, very nice. All right, enough
all right.
theater of mind.
Uh, yeah. So we have a little bank map. Um, and you're over by the front doors. Um, and heading inside.
Nice.
Um, uh, you you see a woman over at uh the desk over here. It loves to spin instead of zoom. Um, and I think Walt would have told you you're looking for Sarah Ravani. Um, and she looks over as you enter. And seems like she's kind of like looking you over, like maybe she doesn't recognize you, but like, hey, are you maybe the people?
Come on, P3. Let's go back her up. And then you're gonna let me.
All right.
Oh, wait. Why can't I click on my tokens? Oh, maybe because I didn't.
Can you control them?
Oh, yep. Now I can.
Okay. Whoop,
We'll stand
loves
back,
rotating so
like
much.
not
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. All right.
But
Yeah. So and the like teller behind there is looks sort of frustrated. Um, Sarah looks frustrated. And you can hear the teller saying like look, I just like there's nothing I can do today. Like I'll talk to my manager tomorrow. He's just not in today. Um, and you all approach.
so you do you think it's just something wrong with your system, perhaps? Maybe either Ray or I, who are computer experts, can figure out what's exactly wrong. Talking to the teller, of course.
Yeah, he says I can't just like let somebody mess around with our computers. I don't even know who you are.
Sorry
Uh,
for lack of introduction. Your friend sent us.
Well, so that the teller was saying, I don't know who you are. Um, are you saying that to Sarah?
Uh,
So I guess
not paying attention.
look around the bank like lobby as we're walking our way over, just to kind of take in the place, kind of know
Hmm.
security layout a little bit.
Okay. Do a I think do a wisdom perception. Uh, just to take a look around.
Not perception. Suppose I should
Okay.
do that as well.
Um, yeah. So looking around, it it seems eh, like everything seems pretty normal here. There's a lot of people here. Like there's some people kind of waiting in line. They look frustrated as you approach. Um, but yeah. Interestingly, not much in the way of like security. Um, it looks like maybe there's like one old guy who doesn't look like he's paying very much attention. Um,
Hmm.
so that's probably the most interesting thing to note here. Um, and she says, hey, what
Oh, is there
what are
seem
we?
to be a problem up here?
Sorry, what?
Uh,
Say again.
I think
Uh,
he was asking if there was a problem.
but to who? Was that a question to me or to the bank teller or what? Uh,
It could just be
Why, Gandalf?
a form. The form is misclicking.
um. All right. So Sarah says, hey,
Yeah, yeah,
why don't we step
sure.
away from this for a minute?
Yeah,
Um,
like
Can you leave and rejoin the call? I think that might fix something.
Uh, I'm noticing that when uh, Quickendelf is in Foundry, his mic goes funky.
oh, maybe your computer's just lagging while you're looking at Foundry.
Hmm.
Possible. But you can
Um,
hear me now, though?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Now I can.
Okay. I'll just try to zip back and forth to the map as I need to.
I
Uh,
see the
all right.
computer's
So
not that flashy.
she's gonna lead you over to some seating. Um, basically saying like this has been a huge pain. And I think what might help the most is to uh just calm down a little bit. Maybe just have a nice conversation.
Okay. Cayman goes over and sits down on the couch and then kind of has P3 kind of sit like on the floor where he is and just kind of do some random like doggy type tricks.
Nice. Yeah, she seems to like P3 quite a lot. Um, a good dog. Uh and yeah, so she asks a little bit about you, your sort of background and whatnot. Um, so if there's anything else you want to like, uh, any extra information you want to give about your character's like background and how you got here, you can go ahead. But you've already sort of introduced yourselves and given your motivations, so
Mm.
no uh, no pressure if you don't really have anything else. Um, but while you think on that, she explains sort of who she is, and she was she's a Canadian Iranian helicopter pilot from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. She spent her career ferrying redemption agents all over the world. She's been in all kinds of crazy combat ops. Um, tells you a couple stories, from the glory days, but she's getting on in years and wants to retire, have a bit more of a peaceful life.
Mm.
And just as soon as all this dumb paperwork is done.
Yeah, is there something wrong with the paperwork? What did the teller tell you?
Uh, well, I'm not really sure what's wrong. They can't find the right ID, and then like the account is under uh some other name or something. I think maybe like the account first needs to be transferred to me, and then I have control of it, and then I can move the stuff to my other account. I'm not really sure what it is. It's very weird.
Mm.
But hey, excuse me a moment. I gotta use the restroom. No, don't rotate. Always
Banana.
rotating.
Rotate.
Um, trying to zoom in and out, and it just rotates. Um, okay. Yeah. So she steps away. And about a minute later, um, the the front doors are slammed open. And a couple of rough-looking customers uh, with uh, uh, with masks on and pistols that they're waving around come busting in. At the same time, uh, towards the back, a larger-looking woman, real buff, steps in, and she picks up a uh like one of the poles for like a rope, uh one of those rope line dividers.
Oh,
She like picks
wow.
up the pole part of one of those that's like set off to the side, um and is wielding it like a big club, kind of stanced up to block the exit. Um,
Mhm.
and the two in the front are waving around guns. They're saying like everybody down. This is a robbery.
I
Um,
look at P3 and I go, P3, fetch, and I point at one of the ones that just burst in through the front doors.
okay. So we're gonna do some initiative.
Yeah, what's the hold?
Let me make sure I've got this right. I put you all in combat mode.
Yeah.
I go to combat encounter.
Alright, so on the right side, there's this tab that
Yeah,
looks like
so on the
force
right
cross.
side.
If you click on that, that's your encounter.
Uh, yeah. Um,
And there will be a dice next to you.
yes. And you can click on the button to roll initiative. Uh,
Oh, so that's how you roll initiative? I rolled it a different way, I guess.
Yes. Foundry has its you get used to it. You could use the combat
Um,
tracker.
does P3 go on my initiative or on its own initiative? That's
uh,
Great
it doesn't
question.
have its own turn, so actually,
so.
here.
So
I guess it runs on
can look
familiar
at it like
rules.
we could say to her.
What's up?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Um,
Action economy. Not my lucky day.
hey, do you know what the first number?
Sorry.
The
Yeah.
first number.
Like, there's two numbers. The second one seems to actually be the initiative result.
Do you think like you and I could take a look at
What are you trying to look for?
Anyways,
Oh yeah, by the way, there's
they
a initiative conflict.
I think it should just do it
I
automatically.
believe whoever has the higher dex is higher on the list for initiative conflicts.
Yeah. It does not do it automatically. But yeah, so you'll go before the goon.
Some people
But
might
first,
like that.
the two muggers
The two muggers.
are they have a special ability, first of all, which is I can put it in the little chat. They're all they're waving their pistols around, ready to shoot someone. So as soon as you all like stand up and start coming at them, they turn and shoot at you. So one of them's definitely going to shoot at P3. Because you sent it after them.
Yep. P3's defense is 12.
Getting a 14 to hit.
Oh, or P3.
Dang, for 10 damage.
Damn.
Well, P3 is disabled.
Oh. I didn't want that to happen.
You know, if the dog was closer to me, I could have taken a bullet for it.
Yeah, you're not quite close enough.
Dude, it's 10 feet.
And the other one is going to shoot at the other nearest person. So that is going to be Ray. Getting also a 14. What is Ray's defense?
What is your AC?
You there? Have we lost you?
Oh no.
You might need to leave and come back on the voice.
Yeah, this game's a mess.
Little
the
bit of
first time.
technical problems. I can check. If oh boy, where's defense on these sheets?
It is under details. It's right next to proficiency bonus and initiative under the saving throws and stuff.
So 13, yeah, 13 defense. Is a hit, but only 3 damage.
Very nice.
All right, and then I think what they do is for their reaction, they're just going to sort of shoot in the air, and then for their turns, they're going to shoot at you. So they are done. And it is then Dragonov's turn.
Yes. Let's see. Just quick question, DM. What gear did I bring with me for this one? Is my shield on my kit currently?
Yeah, I think so. It's a little weird to walk into a bank with a riot shield, but I think it's
I'm
probably
sure it's in the
like
bag.
on your back. So I'm gonna say you can equip that as an action.
That will do. He's still out. Shield is on.
Yeah,
I
and
will be.
generally there's no like facing in everyday heroes. For shields, we kind of use what makes sense.
Let's see.
Generally if you're just
Shields
getting
are
attacked from a
considered
direction, you
cover.
got it. But if people
Yes.
are like flanking you in weird ways, it might not always
I
apply.
believe. Let's see. The shield, I believe, is considered half cover or 1/3 cover if I am moving. Let's
Cool.
see. Shield rules. Where are you? It is a cover, not armor. It's a very weird system, but I can hunker behind it to make it half cover, I believe. Or is it full cover?
Yeah, I think it's half and then 3/4 if you hide behind it.
Yes. Well, either way. Shield on, pistol unholstered. It will be wise to scare them a little. Actually, before I go on, is this person possibly hostile? Or are they one of us?
Yes.
They are hostile. I see. I will keep myself close to the team. Dog is recovering, so I will stand here. I don't think I have time to call for reinforcement. I will stand here, take my action like that. I do not have a bonus action, I believe. Actually,
Okay.
no, I do have bonus action. I can put someone into cover.
Ah.
My shield is considered cover. If Mr. Pipe Bomb is willing, I will put him into cover behind me.
Well, his player is out of
Or
the
Ray.
audio, so yes.
Yes. I'll have
Cool.
to. I'll type in the message. No, it has to be a willing creature, I believe. If he does not want it, it won't
Yeah.
happen. Ah, Ray, welcome back.
All right. And
He's
this
muted.
this goon is gonna come running up. And just sort of yells generally at everyone. Like they said, get on the ground, and kind of swings her big like post around threateningly.
Can you guys hear me yet?
We can
Yes,
hear you now.
yes.
And she's gonna
Good.
take
Okay.
she's just gonna take the dodge action because she can't get up to you and attack. And then it is Cayman's turn.
I'm going to use the engineer talent field repairs.
Cool.
Um, as an action, I can allow a friendly robot, such as my companion, within 5 feet of me to spend up to half of its maximum hit dice rounded down. If it does, it regains additional hit points equal to my intelligence modifier for each die spent. Um, it doesn't
It'd be
have
minimum
a hit.
one.
Right. Um, there isn't. Oh, it's a die 6 equal to my level. So
Yeah, so
I
it has
guess
one
roll.
1d6 hit die.
Yeah. So I guess roll 1d6 slash roll 1d6.
Yeah, so they get a d6 plus 3 hit points.
So my roll bit is back up to 6 hit points.
Excellent. Um, yeah, and so one extra thing you can do in Everyday Heroes also is so that's a special companion move. But everyone who isn't a companion or an NPC, so y'all heroes, can take the second wind action, which allows you to spend up to half your hit dice. At level 1, it's just your one hit die.
Mm.
And add your constitution to that and heal that much.
Nice.
Since you don't have clerics and stuff.
And then I believe it's a bonus action to have it attack or move.
It's an action to have
Well,
a companion attack normally,
oh, well then
but
that's it. I already
you
used my
can have it
actions.
move if you would like, and you can also move yourself.
I am going to. Whoa.
Ugh.
Oh, oops. Yeah, I forgot it does that. My bad.
What was that?
When you type a
Suddenly got
message in chat and people will zoom into you.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
I'm
weird.
going to, I guess, uh, kind of after I finish the field repairs, kind of roll and kind of try to see 5, 10, 15 to get to there, kind of
Yeah,
behind, try to get some sort of cover,
hide behind the plant.
and hide behind the plant and kind of like on the ground, behind the chairs here,
Yeah.
and I'll just and have P3 kind of uh, move next to Ray, like so.
Okay. And it is Ray's turn. You've been shot very slightly. One of them got you with his pistol, but it wasn't too bad. Just 3 damage.
You are also behind my shield.
Yes, and you've been pulled over to behind a riot shield. Are you with us, communing with the spirits?
Oh, oh.
You're a little glitchy. Try without looking at Foundry.
Dang it! I don't know what's going on.
It could just be your
Computer's
computer not
acting
being
up. I
strong
don't know
enough,
why.
or hardware acceleration is not turned on.
No, I think I'm having internet issues actually.
Hmm. Well, you're okay right now,
Mm.
so let's take advantage. What do you
Yes,
do?
yes.
Okay. So I am going to spend a genius point and I am going to toss a canister of knockout gas between the two thugs by the door.
Excellent. Um, Remind me again how many dice you roll for that.
So I'm going to roll, it's 3d8 plus 10 points.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how to, maybe you just want to plug it in there.
Yeah, so if you type /R space
I'm
and
not
then the
sure
just
where
the
to
dice you want to
roll
roll.
that at. It's like, I get it. R
Ah,
3d10.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. 3d10. Oops, 3d8.
yeah, you looks like you got a 23. Uh, which is so much.
So
I shall select
23 hit points.
um oh, there we go. All right. They both fall asleep.
Yep.
I suppose they are effectively neutralized.
Uh, and like 3 or 4 other people, including like the old security guy, also fall to the ground.
Uh,
Looks
Luckily,
like you're.
just
what's the radius on that thing?
nice.
Because you can
Uh,
actually just draw with stuff like this. Fun fact.
all right, and then do you wanna move or do
As long
any
as we don't
bonus
wake them
actions
up.
or
Yep.
anything?
Did you want to move, Ray? Oh,
Yeah. All right. So you,
Oh, well, at least it's just knockout gas.
yeah. All right. Yeah. So you back off.
It
Um,
is
and this
within
goon is
20
like,
feet target. So it's a 20-foot radius.
yeah.
Yeah,
I assume you were putting it like
yeah.
kind of here.
And then I'm gonna
20
dive
foot.
for cover behind the sofa.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
draw
coming
out
back
measurement
behind the
tools to see
sofa.
things, by the way.
So like there.
Although the, the lady with the battery,
What?
Ah,
the
oops. No, let me.
the lady with the
actually,
baton.
that's a bad
The
idea. Can I take that back?
Probably.
The move? Yeah. Because it's this turn next.
I'm gonna stick next to the
It's your turn
Russian.
or my turn?
he's
Okay.
a big guy.
All
It's your
right.
turn or my turn?
So yeah, it is said Russian's turn.
Well, I was
I
thinking of
remember
just
there being a
staying
thing to
put.
do. Offset.
What does Dragunov do?
Actually,
Actually, I remember there being a thing my
am
old
I still
DM did with.
cutting out?
No,
No,
not anymore.
you're back.
My
You just
old
said you
DM
wanted
did
to stay
something
next
with.
to the guy, so
Yes, he did.
we're keeping you there. And now it's his turn.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of staying put because moving back there
You are stay
exposes
put.
me.
Is your thing not updated? You're still here. You're still next to him.
Yes, he
Yeah,
still is.
like that.
Yeah. You were there before. I don't know. I think your thing lagged.
Hmm.
But Dragunov, go.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, by the way, something I just want to quickly bring up, Mail DM. I remember what he did now. What he did was he would change your initiative and then add in your dexterity as a decimal. So 0.14, add to that, and
Yeah.
it'll work with any conflicts, just in case. That's a next time thing. I'm
Oh, I
gonna.
didn't. Okay, I didn't realize that I could
Yep.
actually edit that. It didn't look like I could.
That will allow you to just make things easier.
Excellent.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Smart thing to do here: keep the team close by.
Yep.
Stand
See that.
behind. Keep them behind me. Keep myself between the danger and them, and shoot.
It is on my
All right.
screen.
You know what will be funny?
Yeah, I that's what I wanted to do. I put. I didn't want to get any
Yes, I
closer
see,
to
I see.
her.
You didn't.
Don't worry, you stay still.
Okay.
So from here, I can target her. If I'm under control, the control is shift. No, never mind. Just do this. I will then roll my weapon that I already have outside. It is my 9mm.
Yep.
Bang.
Yeah. She has a defense of 11, so you for sure hit.
Bang.
Watch my 9mm go bang.
That's pretty bang. And can you all see that little health bar?
Yes, it's updated.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So
It's pretty beefy.
yeah, you wing her with your gun.
I don't see a
Um,
health bar. Huh, that's okay.
You don't see a health bar?
huh.
No,
Oh. On her? The one I just shot at?
Yeah, the one you just shot at, I don't see a health bar.
I see, I see.
Yeah, I mean it says always for everyone, so I'm not sure. But it is then her turn. And she's gonna run up and try and smack you with this pole.
What's melee for half cover? What are the rules on that?
There really isn't cover for melee, so
Well, the shield is considered half cover against melee attacks, so that's what I'm
oh, I
confused
guess
about.
melee. Okay, then your defense is at least 16.
I see.
So whatever your defense normally is, it's a 14 does not hit. But then she comes around to try and like get you with her knee.
Hmm.
But
Rude.
can't hit through your shield. Just sort of bonks on your sort of plasticky shield. I think it's not plastic,
Polycarbonate,
but
baby.
it's that sort of feel to it. And then it is Cayman's turn.
I'm going to command P3 to move here and have it open up its mouth where a turret will come out and pop, pop, or
Okay.
shoot once. Um, E- 12.
That still
Me
hits.
either.
She's only got an 11 defense.
It's okay.
Okay, it's normal. So 7 damage.
Okay.
Don't see a health bar on anybody.
Not on this one that I'm rotating around.
Yeah, I
Strange.
don't
I
see a
see
health
it.
bar.
That's very
Maybe
strange.
it's something I haven't set up. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Shouldn't
Everything
be,
should be
but all
default.
right.
Your settings
So
are based on the game.
at this point, she like kind of steps back and drops the pole, puts her hands up. And the so she just sort of stops and combat is effectively over at this point.
Alright. I will
But
close my distance.
the the people around kind of start clapping. And some of them go over and start waking up some of the not unconscious or the knocked unconscious not robbers. Um, and as you're sort of orienting yourselves, the door to the surveillance room opens, and out steps your redemption handler, Walt DeWalt, with a clipboard in his hands and a smile on his face. Congratulations, he beams. You survived your final audition. Um, he
Oh,
he
that's
hands the
right.
clipboard off to someone else and comes closer. Yep, we own the bank, and everyone here today was in on this little test. We needed to see how you did under pressure, because, the next time won't be a drill, and you're gonna have to deal with the unexpected when you're out in the field.
Oh, somebody get
And
EMT for this woman.
the woman who had the pole like shows you where it looked like you winged her with a bullet and then hit her with the like uh the dog bullets, and you can see she's got like a blood pack on her shoulder, and is wearing like some kind of cool armor underneath her clothes, um that looks like it would have deflected the dog's bullets. Um,
Nice. And that's
I'm
and
gonna
right.
check my
Walt,
chamber to see if they didn't load my gun with training rounds.
Walt explains that they did do that. Um, your weapons were modified to be non-lethal. Those that weren't lethal before. And just in case you had any other tricks up your sleeve, like that cool turret your dog's got there. That's some great stuff. We made sure to get everyone some extra armor.
Yeah. And
A
I
sigh of
remember you
relief.
told us on the drive over to the moot that everything we did today was going to be a test. I just remembered.
That's right. Good memory. Um. All right. Sorry for the deception, but I think you've proved yourselves quite the heroes here. Um, I can now offer you to be fully vetted redemption agents. Um,
Mm,
and we'll be in touch when there's a mission that needs you.
sounds
Um,
good.
and yeah, he'll bring you back to the waffle uh, to the nacho house. Uh, where you've got your own vehicles and everything. Um, and also some people wake up the robbers that you knocked out with actual knockout gas. That wasn't fake, but it was still non-lethal, so
That that
Um,
that was a neat trick, Ray.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Yeah,
good thing you're on
just
our
a
side.
little canister here and some aerosol explosion, and puncture that with this, and shake it up real good. Just don't breathe it in. Leave you with
Not
a really nasty headache.
uh, yeah, I think you like have this conversation as you're like walking out, and one of the fake robbers is like, "Oh, you're telling me."
Yeah, sorry about that. It wears off after about an hour.
Oh, it's all part of the job. It's always nice when
Yeah,
uh,
I
when
kind of when I was
when new
creating it,
recruits
I
use
knocked
knockout
myself
gas
out for
and not.
nearly 3 hours.
uh, it says it's always nice when people use knockout gas and not like high explosives and stuff.
Well, I can do that too. Want to see?
No, not here.
Not right
Not
now.
here in the bank. Not here in the bank. Later.
I
Um,
would prefer not to have you on my list of arrests.
all right, and with that, we have completed seeking redemption. Um,
Nice.
so each of you will get should be automatically applied to your characters on dispatch. You'll get one milestone point, and I believe it is 6 to
Milestone
level
point.
up. You also get to keep your cool specialized kits that have lower bulk.
Always
Yes.
nice. Especially now that I got to
Pretty
fix
cool.
P3.
Especially now, what?
That I have to fix P3.
Oh yeah,
I will be the
shout
best
your
nurse
dog.
you will ever see.
Um,
Well, thank
all
you.
right, I
Thank
think
you. Appreciate it.
I think we're pretty much concluded. Thanks for playing. We're a little bit tech issue-y, but I think we struggled through. I'm still learning
Yes,
Foundry.
yes.
Um, and actually, this was my first ego game, also. Um,
All right. Well,
Nice.
good
Ah,
trial
same
run
here.
all around. It sounds like.
yeah.
Yeah.
This adventure's fun. There's some other options for like tests. You can test scenarios and different enemies you can fight at the bank, and different people who can be retiring and stuff. So it's replayable. Um, and it's gonna be a different experience each time, which is nice.
You
Yeah.
love to hear
It's
it.
definitely a fun little adventure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and remember those who are watching, if you subscribe to All on the Table, you get a nice little boost at your next online ego game. So I think that's it. I've been Goober, your GM.
Well, thank you
Yeah,
very
thanks,
much.
Goober. Appreciate it.
You can find me making more everyday heroes.
Hey, that's
Please
what we
do. We like to hear.
All
definitely
right,
like to hear that.
see y'all.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Bye.
1 millimeter banged.